Hello, welcome to 27 Minutes right here on WJTS 27. I'm Chris Lowry. An Entrepreneur Bootcamp took place earlier this week at the VU Jasper campus. There, teens were schooled in the ways to start their own businesses. Our own Peter Marshall was there to film.
Okay, I want to thank everybody that's here. Of course, I'm Vicki Whitaker and have spearheaded this project for the summer and have had a wonderful summer working with you guys. It was so exciting last Saturday to get 2 phone calls while I'm swimming in Kentucky from Austin and Tommy, and hearing what you guys are working on and seeing your excitement for it has kept me more than excited about seeing your progress throughout this time frame. It was nice having Tom Beard come this morning and as an attorney give us some legal advice. But also because he's an entrepreneur himself, it was nice to hear his approach with business today, and it was very inspiring for me to see his knowledge of business and how much it's really changing among our fingertips right now, and how he sees adaptation of what our economy is doing today based on all the computer changes and all of the services available to us today. So it was really nice hearing from Tom. Throughout this last 4 boot camps, including today, we have really focused heavily on business planning, and we have focused on low startup, low risk, and service businesses primarily. So it was nice to hear Tom talk about risk management this morning, because obviously we are concerned that we don't want to put our young adults into any situations that's going to be a problem, but there's hardly any business you can go into without any risk. So we talk about risk management pretty heavily, and it's been a very smart approach. In business plan, the importance of it can't be understressed, and for the fact that we've come this far and have 7 students as of now who have worked very heavily with this program. One of the things that Tom Beard helped me to understand this morning was how awesome it was that potentially 5,000 kids possibly knew about this program or had some information about the program. And to see what a small group came from this stands true to the fact that you can't teach people necessarily how to be an entrepreneur, but for you guys to be sitting out here and have worked through this program, I think you can see that you are very unique yourselves. You have a lot of creativity, you're pretty bold, and you're very dedicated. So I'm really excited to have gotten to know all of you this summer and look forward to your future successes. So, you guys could pat yourself on the back for that, because you guys did take a lot of time out, where a lot of people in today's world, that's the reason, we stand out as being entrepreneurs. We're not afraid to put the hard work in there and go the extra distance. My feeling through my book that I had written, and obviously this program was put together around the content of my book. I am working on the 2nd edition because I've seen some items that I really want to add for the 2nd edition. But I do see, more importantly, that not that I'm encouraging you guys necessarily that the business you're doing right now is going to be what you're going to do long term, but it is your chance to get a taste for small business, for the fact that maybe down the road, as you mature as a business person, you may be very well the people that are starting a Fortune 500 company or a Fortune 1000 company, or even more substantial than that. So as you mature, it's going to be exciting to see what you guys do in your own career path.
The business that we're going to be starting is going to be a YouTube advertising business, and also websites like Facebook and MySpace that we will offer to small businesses and even larger corporations in Jasper if they would allow us to do so, to help them advertise at low cost in new creative ways. Instead of doing the traditional newspaper or flyer, we can do a whole spread of YouTube clips or a whole spread of MySpace/Facebook pages for low cost, instead of doing a big commercial or a newspaper ad like that. So hopefully our main target is small businesses in Jasper, such as like Chocolate Bliss or the Catfishin, or small businesses like that.
My name is Austin Brown. I'm going to be a junior at Northeast DuBois High School. For part-time, I work at the Potomac Lake Marina. I'm a dockhand. I expect to get my vehicle detailing service up off the ground within the next couple years. Have some bit of a background service and have some continuing success in that, help bring in some extra funds. I heard about this class. Vicky came to my school, and I was really interested, and I went home to talk to my mom about it, and she had already seen the ad in the DuBois County Herald and had already called and signed me up for this class, so I was in it no matter what. Basically, like she said, my business is a vehicle detailing service. I travel around to the customers' locations because I know with the way gas prices and everything are currently that it's difficult for people to come drop their vehicles off and arrange to get it picked up. So I travel within 40 miles of DuBois, Indiana, which is where I live, and anywhere outside of that, it's an extra 25 cents per mile. So I started on my own website for my business. We're named Show Ready Detailing. First off, I'd like to thank Vicky. She has helped me get this business up. I'd always wanted to start a business. I'd actually want to become a lawyer when I grew up, so I'd always wanted just to start my own law firm and stuff like that. And she has helped me actually learn more about the entrepreneurial experience and get more education towards that. I have learned a lot more than I expected from this class. I just figured it'd be a fun class. I was really surprised whenever I came to this class when she let us know that we were actually going to start our own business. I just expected to come in here and be like a regular school class and, you know, just learn some stuff and that'd be it. But we actually are hands-on. She's a really great teacher. She helps us one-on-one, gets us some really close experience because with her, she's an entrepreneur and all that good stuff. She helps us out a lot. This class is a real big help. I'm hoping to keep this business running through my college years, help with funds and everything, get me financially stable.
My name is Catherine Luff, and I just graduated from Pike Central High School, and I'm going to USI this year. I am studying business and fine arts. My business is Innovative Media Solutions, and I do photo rejuvenation. These are some of my examples, before and after. You have old family photos. I do touch-up work and any kind of sorts of touch-up you would like done. Also, I'm doing video production. I had done some in the past through my school, videotaping the prom video and then editing it and selling it to students in my school, along with other things like slideshows that I had done for my family. I also want to do photo collages, screensavers, posters, anything that someone would want. And these are some of the examples that I have done, just some screen. I have been working in this field for the past 2 years through computer graphics and my class, like I had said, by pasting up flyers advertising my photo rejuvenation for teachers or anybody else in the community that wanted them done, along with, again, recording the prom video. I also want to thank Vicki very much for helping me launch my business. I've learned a lot, and I'm excited to see where this goes.
My name is Derek Hettinger, and I just graduated from Forest Park High School. I'm currently working full-time until college, and I'm going to University of Northwestern Ohio for automotive and high-performance motorsports. And I decided to take this class. My mom told me about it, and we'd seen it in the paper. And she told me it was going to be about eBay and e-commerce and stuff. And I didn't really want to at first because I was going to miss 4 days of work. But she ended up talking me into it, and I'm really glad I decided to take it. A few things that I learned were about time management and goals. And just after the first session, I had so many ideas running through my head about just starting a new business and stuff, and I really had no idea what I wanted to do coming into the first session, but now I have a pretty good idea, and I'm actually going to run with it and hopefully do well. And what I'm going to do is start a website business for Breadsville Tire and Accessories, which my dad owns. And some of the things I want to do is sell toolboxes and Nerf bars, and chrome accessories like tail lights, gas caps, license plates, and various performance products like engine chips and cold air intakes and exhausts, and also wheels and tires.
I'm Tyler Hayner. I'm from Forest Park and be a junior. And the reason I took this class is because my mom told me about it. And I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't know really what I wanted to do or start, what kind of business I wanted. And then I came to this class to kind of get a good idea of what I wanted to do. And I learned a lot about eBay too, how to get startup costs, how to basically buy and sell on there. And I'd just like to say thanks to Vicky for getting me started. And hopefully I can start up a semi-polishing business and basically detail semis and stuff and polish the tires and clean up the inside and vacuum and armor all and stuff. And that's about it. Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you, Vicki. First of all, I'd like to congratulate each one of you for having participated in this class. By doing so, I think you've passed the first and most important test of being an entrepreneur, and that's a clear demonstration that you have the fire in the belly to achieve what you're here and learning how to do. I have known Vicki for a little longer than all of you. I have been in this area for, I guess, 38 years now. Almost a native, although I'm a hillbilly from Tennessee by extraction. But anyway, I came on to a bank board where she had her financing for her small business that she had started. And unfortunately, she was in the last throes of the business. I had an opportunity to work with her to try to help save it, but she was the victim of some due diligence things that she would do differently if she had them to do over again, I can assure you. But she also was the victim of a severe shutdown of a road that took away the access to her store, and no retail business can survive when customers don't have access to it. So I had a tremendous amount of empathy for her as she went through that. But what I was even more impressed about was how she reacted to that, and how she reacted is the real mark of a true entrepreneur. She battled back with everything that she had learned as she did that, and I'm sure she shared a lot of that with you in your class time as she's relayed the how-tos of this. So I'm not about to talk about how-tos. I'm sure you've heard all about that. But the most important thing is the commitment to doing it. She bounced back and was already teaching at VU Jasper, and then threw herself into the eBay thing wholeheartedly. But I think the most important thing that she did was to create the book that she wrote. I hadn't seen Vicki for more than a year or so, and one day she called me and said she'd like to meet me and show me what she'd done. So she showed me the book, and I sat down and read it on a trip one time, and I was just thoroughly impressed. The first half of that book, which is a tutorial on life skills, which are the very important things that you have to have whether you become an entrepreneur and have your own business, or if you go to work for Kimball International or some other company. You have to excel at those, I call them life skills. You know, the creative thinking, teamwork, ability to analyze problems. You know, and it's really obvious to me that in the 4 short sessions that you've had, I think she's done a wonderful job of imparting that to you, because it's clear to me that you get it. But the other important point that I'd like to make is that this is just step 1 on a very long journey. I'm involved on the, I'm a member of the State Board of Education, so I want to talk about education for just a minute. But my background is not education. My wife was a career school teacher for 34 years, but I've been an entrepreneur running businesses. I started the sound design plant here, which is now a Kimball plant there in Santa Claus. And then following that, I started and founded Spencer Industries, a plastics company that's been very successful too. So I have a great feel for where you are right now in your stage of development, and the commitment that you've shown in doing this is a great predictor of your continued success. So I applaud you for doing that, and if there's any way that I can be a resource to you anywhere along the way, Vicki knows how to get in touch with me. I'd be glad to come meet with you at any point in time, because I think the point was made earlier that you know, people must give back if they're going to really realize life's true potential, and nobody feels that commitment any more strongly than I do. So I'm here for you if I can be of help. Thanks.
Young men and young lady, I'm very impressed. Tremendous. I really appreciate you showing those to us. Vicki asked me to say a couple things as a closing comment. For those of you who were here the first week, you got to hear me talk a little bit about Southwest Indiana Wired and why we were sponsoring this program and what we are. And obviously I breezed in, I kind of breezed out that day, and I've shown up here in your last session, so I missed everything in between. And I like to make comments interactive. Can I get you guys to tell me 3 key things that you guys learned during this session? What would you guys, if I would have attended all 4 of these sessions, what are the 3 most important things I would have learned? Any of the 6 of you have something you want to offer? Pardon? Time management. Okay, that's 1. How about 2 more?
Plan your goals.
Pardon?
Plan your goals.
Plan your goals.
And risk management.
Risk management. Okay, that's great. Great tips. I could tell by watching your presentations you guys had learned a lot this week, and I really do appreciate your attending. I want to thank Vicki on behalf of Southwestern Indiana Wired for putting this session on. I want to thank VUJC for allowing us use of this great facility. It was a great place to have it. You guys have shown tremendous initiative. There aren't very many people your age who will take 4 days out of their summer to sit in class and try to learn something, and it's very impressive. Your big challenge, and the thing I want to leave you with is, as Jim mentioned, taking that next step. I'd like to see all 6 of you apply this, find ways to become successful. Obviously, these are some great things. You've all learned key, important items such as planning your goals and time management, but apply this as you go through the next few years and you get your start in life with what you decide to do. The other thing I'd ask you to do is share with others. Obviously, a key part of education is not just applying what you learn, but help others as you learn it. So I ask you to take those 2 challenges on, and I wish you all the best, and thank you again for coming. Thanks.
Well, Mark Messmer, who is running for state representative in Indiana, received a much welcomed boost in support this week. Jeremy was at the train depot to show the support.
My name's Mike Fichter. I'm the chairman of the Indiana Right to Life Political Action Committee, and I have a prepared statement here today on what we consider a major endorsement for the Indiana legislature. Indiana Right to Life Political Action Committee is pleased to announce today its endorsement of Mark Messmer to represent the people of House District 63. We believe that Mark Messmer will play a key role in helping to pass pro-life legislation in Indiana by voting for a Speaker of the House who will allow a straight up and down vote on pro-life legislation. We know that Mark Messmer will support a Speaker who will give pro-life legislation a chance, which is something that current Democratic Speaker of the House, Pat Bauer, will not do. It's important to understand the track record of the current leadership in the Indiana House. Since 1997's passage of the Indiana's partial birth abortion ban, every single bill that Indiana Right to Life has supported has been killed by Speaker Bauer and his hand-picked committee chairman. The only exceptions over the last decade are the 2 years in which Republican Brian Bosma served as Speaker of the House in 2005 and 2006. In both of those years, a total of 6 bills backed by Indiana Right to Life received votes and passed the Indiana House. The track record since 1997 is 8 years of Democratic leadership and no pro-life legislation, and 2 years of Republican leadership with the passage of 6 pro-life bills. The choice for Indiana Right to Life is very, very clear. I have met personally with Speaker Bauer and have tried to find solutions that would enable pro-life legislation to receive fair treatment, but it has been to no avail. We've tried the bipartisan approach, and what we found is nothing but a dead end when you're dealing with leadership that is non-responsive to the concerns of the life community. The tragedy is that if Democratic leadership had allowed pro-life legislation to pass, hundreds, if not thousands, of unborn children would have been given a chance at life because of these new legislative initiatives. Every single pro-life voter in House District 63 must understand that this year's election is all about who controls the Indiana House. A vote for Mark Messmer is a vote for new leadership and a vote for passage of pro-life legislation. We are proud to endorse Mark Messmer, and we will encourage every pro-life voter in House District 63 not only to vote for him, but to pull out all the stops and working for him between now and Election Day. Mark, we're very honored to endorse you.
Thank you, Mike Victor and the Indiana Right to Life organization for being here today. This is an extremely rewarding day for me and my family, and the announcement that I see as recognition of many years of service and dedication to the Right to Life movement. I have worked with and supported pro-life organizations for over 19 years and have been an active member of the Du Bois County Right to Life organization for over 16 years. I would like to point out that there is a huge difference between being a person that is a longtime Right to Life advocate and a typical politician that suddenly develops an interest in pro-life issues for political expediency after they're announcing they're running for office. I will be the only candidate in District 63 endorsed by Indiana Right to Life. When I started my campaign last year, I made a commitment to bring the values that we share in our community to the State House. No other value is as fundamental as a respect for life. As your next state representative, I will be committed to the policies that protect our most vulnerable citizens and will always defend innocent life at the beginning and end of our life. The culture of death that has permeated our society because of the abortion industry has slowly desensitized people to the sanctity of life. I will defend pro-life issues vigilantly. In my 19 years of pro-life support, I have written numerous letters to Congressman Hamilton, Hill, and Stodrell, and U.S. Senators Coates, Bayh, and Lugar on behalf of pro-life issues. I have supported other pro-life groups like American Life League and Life Issues Institute during the last 19 years. My family and I have helped with the Du Bois County Right to Life Mother's Day Carnation Sale fundraiser for over the last 10 years. My children and I have attended the annual Right to Life March in Washington, D.C., and have attended numerous Right to Life banquets over the years. I want to thank all of you for being here today. I want to thank my family for being wonderful supporters of me in this campaign. And I sincerely want to thank Mike Victor and the Indiana Right to Life organization for their support and trust that as your next state representative, I will lead the charge in defending all right to life issues. Have a great day, and thank you for coming.
German American Bank is warning people in the area about bogus phone calls supposedly involving the bank. Officials with German American Bank say residents in Du Bois and surrounding counties began receiving automated phone calls from people claiming to be from GAB. The caller informs the unsuspecting listener about a suspended card and instructs them to enter their personal information in order to reactivate the card. People who have entered their personal information have had their accounts wiped out within minutes. GAB Security Officer Gene Thews has more.
There has been no compromise of customer information at German American. These calls are in fact fraudulent, and they are attempts to gain customer information. They began last evening between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. Everyone was called at random, so there was no pattern to who got the calls. They came to residents in all communities within DuBois County and actually surrounding counties. They came into landlines and cell phone numbers alike. They were not exclusive to German American customers. Of course, they were just random numbers. They selected a prefix, and then a computer started dialing every possible combination of numbers within that prefix. Again, they are totally at random. They purport to be from us. They're playing a numbers game. They might make X number of calls, and even a small percentage is profitable for them.
There is no need to contact local authorities if no personal information was given after receiving the scam call. If someone did exchange their personal information, they should contact the DuBois County Sheriff's Department at 812-482-3522. This has been 27 Minutes for everyone involved. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris Lowry.